Hey, what's happening, man? Hey, welcome back to the channel, man. Back Ster-e-o-type in the building. Hey, I'm back with part two of Trucking 2024. Part two. I got my partner in the house, RC, that guy, another professional driver that's been on both sides of it, man. Welcome to the show, Playboy.
What it
Hey,
do?
oh man. Back in the building, man. Something to get it in one more time. Hopefully, we don't get no glitching errors. Shit. I done talked to AT&T and done everything I can do. I'm about to hardwire in if I have to. But
Well,
yeah,
I can
man,
guarantee you, yeah, 'cause it kind of got a little glitch. Make sure you stay close to that mic.
they got a little glitch already.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of shit. All right, we're gonna get right into it, man. If we have to do it again later, we're gonna do it again. But
No,
like I
you
said,
fine. You just make sure you stay close to that mic because I heard a little static
I might have to
in
turn it
the,
up a
in the
little bit.
microphone. Just to
Yeah,
give you a heads up, so you ain't.
let me turn it up a little bit. Yeah, so man, back to this trucking, man. We was talking the other day. We outside of the stream. Me and you was talking about this trucking industry, and we both
Mm-hmm.
kind of touched on it on our own channels. And
Mm-hmm.
is it a good idea? Well, you know what it was. We were saying, where do we see trucking going right now? Is trucking going in a positive direction or a negative direction, and why?
So you asking me, or you just saying?
That's what we was talking about. So I'm asking you. We're just picking up the conversation. We
Well,
both know what we think, but your opinion, which way is it going, and why is it going that way?
well, in the beginning it was negative, right?
Uh huh.
Uh, because it's two parts to it. First part, it was going negative because no, first part, it was positive because we were making good money in
Hmm.
2022, 2021, 2020, well, 2020, 2021, 2022. We were making good money,
Hmm.
right?
Great money, great money.
Everything was good. Then it went downhill when the presidential situation happened. Everything, went downhill because the mom and pop situation, they trying to, like, you got the boss man and you got these gurus, these, hey, come by my platform, buy. I know the plan, right?
Hmm.
Everybody was talking about what they think they know. We ain't never heard of them before this. We never heard them on YouTube. We never seen them doing what they've been doing. None of these things, right?
Hmm.
So it was going in a positive way, and then it went down because what they doing? They trying to smother out all the mom and pops companies and to get the situation back into regular form of what it once was.
Hmm.
Because when you got people on social media selling stuff and like, hey, come work for me, this the new dope game, right?
All right.
You got
That's a negative.
sister
That's a
power,
negative, mark on the trucking game. Honestly.
right? You got sister power. All the women, hey, you can come out here, wear all these nice tight clothes, still look good, and still get this money in the game, right?
And don't need no CDL or nothing. Come get rich.
All these things people don't realize these companies are watching, brokers are watching. They do the same thing we doing. They regular people just like us. They need some
Hmm.
attention. They need something to keep they attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Clout.
Um, and at the end of the day, it hurts the
A
trucking
little bit.
industry because it's oversaturated. You could
Mm-hmm.
get a $30,000 to $40,000 truck,
Mm-hmm.
500,000 miles for 30 to 40,000 when we first started
Mm-hmm.
within those 3 years
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you. And this is
Mm-hmm.
prior to that.
Right.
Supply and demand has now dictated we don't have enough trucks, we don't have enough parts,
Driver shortage. That
maintenance
was
is
that was a lie.
problems. Huh?
I said the whole driver shortage. That was a lie. That was a move to saturate the trucking industry. And I used to always
Well,
tell
it
people
was
that.
true, but it wasn't true. And let me tell you why. The reason why it was a shortage is because it wasn't enough trucks. You couldn't buy no truck. You couldn't buy no trailer. But then at the same time, you did have the drivers, but you couldn't get a truck. So it
Mm-hmm.
is a shortage.
Mm-hmm.
We got the work, but not the drivers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So at bottom line, just to bring everything home or what I was saying, you it was a good thing and now it's a bad thing because they're smothering the mom and pops to get the market
Mm-hmm.
back right.
Mm-hmm. Getting rid of all the little men.
Right. And if you didn't pay off your truck, if you haven't managed your finances, if you haven't done any of those things properly to be able to sustain the drought,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully you didn't get no loan that you having to stay on the truck because you out of there straight
Mm-hmm.
up. You out of there because if you got an $80,000 to $90,000 truck, that's $3,000 a month if you finance it per month, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not including if the commercial tax,
Insurance.
insurance, 25,000 up because everything
Mm-hmm.
premiums have went up, right?
Mm-hmm. Depending on the
So
state
now
you're in,
that's probably
especially in
30,000,
Texas.
right?
Yeah.
Plus your taxes, plus your
Mm-hmm.
tires, plus the fuel. Thank God the state that we in, we sitting at about 380.
Mm-hmm. And look, you
Solid 380.
haven't even touched on the mechanics side of it.
I was trying. I'm gonna leave that for you. I'm gonna leave that side for you right
Okay,
now, man. I didn't want to go too
I
deep
know
on
that all too well, huh?
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna leave that side for you right now.
Yeah, that's a booger, bro. But I definitely feel like if you did run out when they tricked everybody to run to trucking, when they said, "Oh, it's a
Mm,
driver shortage," which, like I said, I don't feel it ever was. I feel like this was a part of the plan. We're gonna oversaturate it, and then that's gonna drive rates down. But
mm,
if you ran out and bought a $90,000 truck that was $40,000 the year before, and now trucking has gone down. Now you can get those trucks again. They went from 40,000, you can get them for 25,000. But just think
mm.
if you went out and got you a truck loan and paid $90,000 for a truck that's only worth 25,000 today, you're already upside down. Like I know of a couple small trucking companies that invested in box trucks. You know, they hearing all the hype about these box trucks. You can make a 5,000 a week. You know all this, and went out and bought a high ass box truck. 2 years later, shit, the box truck not even worth the loan they got on it. They upside down. Now they trying to sell it.
But,
Ain't nobody finna buy that.
but see, the problem with all this was the gurus. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, that's
All
a
these
part of it.
financial gurus that came in and said, "Hey, I got the plan," because they seen the lick. You
Hmm.
understand
Yeah,
what I'm
just give
saying?
me 20,000 and I got you.
And that's what put people in position. Oh well, 80,000 ain't nothing if I can make 6 to 7 or 8,000 dollars a week.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's 3,000, but not even really understanding the trucking game because somebody gave them this. They thought it was a cheat sheet
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
the game. They thought it
Hmm.
was a cheat sheet. It wasn't no cheat sheet.
Hmm.
It was straight BS to get
Or
you
get
caught
rich
up,
for them.
quick get rich scheme, right?
Ponzi.
And this is the reason why people have a hard time trusting people from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, X now, aka X. All these platforms, people have a hard time trusting people because they give you the good side, but they don't tell
Hmm.
you the
Hmm.
negative side to okay, if you do, if you came in this game, it is good and you can feed your family. But you can't out the how I want to say it. Don't outlive your means.
Hmm. Hmm.
Keep your finances low.
Hmm. Overhead. Keep your overhead low.
Yes, sir. Keep your overhead low. Don't go out buying toys and maintain and take care of your family because you're gonna come into a point where you're gonna have a rainy day where you need to have that nest egg of at least 10K.
Yeah, man.
Because if you're gonna have a breakdown that's gonna probably, you might as well write 10K off. Straight up. Write it off.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
it could be a turbo.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a bad blowout with two, three tires. That's $700, $800, $900, thousand gone. Because
Mm-hmm.
and that's if you want to put the good tires on. Now you can go
Mm-hmm.
and put some off brand. They ain't gonna last long. You got 3 months on,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you working. If you out here really working. Now if you ain't,
Right.
you doing some local stuff. You throw the cheap stuff on there because it don't matter.
Mm. So basically, so right now, our first conversation about trucking was, because people always ask, "Hey, man, what's better?" Because everybody jump in this game right now. Us black
Mhm.
people, especially, jump in the game with the idea, "I want to be my own boss. I want to own my own truck, man. Which way I need to go?" First of all, how much money you got? Put up, and if you ain't got
Mhm.
the capital, man, go and get your CDL. Go and get with a company or a school that's gonna put you
Mhm.
on, or a company that's gonna train you, and work that for about 2 years, man, and build your money up and see what the trucking game looking like at that point before you try to jump out there and get your own truck. Cause shit,
Well, it's not even that. Here's the thing. The problem is most of these guys don't come in with a plan first off.
well, that's why I was getting them the plan. This is the plan.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying.
right, right,
What I'm
right.
adding is I'm adding layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
They think it's just money galore. Like it's just all abundance of a whole bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
This was an anomaly within this when this whole situation of the COVID hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which then the abundance of money was available because they needed things because the world shut down. They needed
Right,
us to work. So this was an incentive for us to be out.
right.
And
Not
people
every.
didn't understand it's an incentive.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to still bring us the product while everybody's at home because all they doing is eating, watching TV, and sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
They got nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm. And now we don't
So
need you.
now that people are getting back into the offices, back into the regular schedule program, hey, guess what? Now we're gonna smother them out. All these people that picked up and bought them trucks and thought
Mm-hmm.
they knew what they were doing
Up,
because they had
upside
the
down.
program. They
Mm-hmm.
bought those programs. They bought those
Mm.
programs. They thought they had the right stuff.
Right, right.
So
Upside
sorry.
down. Yeah, upside down.
Bye bye. Bye bye. We'll see you later. Bye bye.
Hey
Thank
man,
you. Please come again.
I saw a video the other day. Guy was talking about. He said right now, he said he went from trucking. He used to be able to pay his bills in 2 weeks. Then it
Mm,
went to a month to pay all his bills. Now he
mm,
just in survival mode. And this is not just blacks. This is blacks, white, Hispanics, everybody that's in the trucking right now. But
mm,
of course, like I say, it's starting at the top. My personal opinion. We are. If you was in it before the Biden administration, if you was in it when Trump was in office, you seen the change in the fuel, the change in the rate that you get paid for these loads. So,
mm,
like I said in the first video, excuse me, if you look at those two factors that they jacked up the price of diesel and brought down the rate that they pay you, just those two factors combined let you know that the trucking industry is under attack. Like it's intentional.
mm.
Like, and again, it's because too many of us are getting in it. Too many black and brown people are getting in it. But
Well,
like you say, when you got people out there that's bringing attention to this industry with negative shit like, hey, this is the dope game right here, man. And just putting it out there in such a manner that it's really it's an ugly way to put it out there. This
mm,
is a professional business. You
mm,
wouldn't go to a church house and the preacher be up there, hey man, y'all get up here, this pastor, man, this dope money y'all giving me. You feel me? It's
mm,
just it's an ugly look. You know what I mean? To put it out there like that. And again, like I said, it's clout chasing, but it's also the people that you the people that you want to see it are gonna see it, but there's gonna be people that you don't want to see it that's gonna see it, and those are gonna be the people that have the power to change that, and you're seeing that
See,
in the industry now.
the problem is social media for one,
Yeah.
because information travels fast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like cryptocurrency from Bitcoin and all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once somebody gives them this is the wave, hey, everybody trying to jump on it. All you got to do is tell somebody that this is what's popping right now. Get
Mm-hmm.
enough people invested in it, and then the train gonna start for them, and then you can get your money and then get up out of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're so easily influenced to do things because we think it's hot,
Mm-hmm.
right? The problem going forward, that's why they say do your research, do your due diligence, and be patient.
Mm-hmm.
When you move fast, you crash fast.
Yeah.
But when you take your time, understand what you're doing, and have a plan and a purpose, everything's gonna move according to you because you prayed about it, you moved about it, and you handled what was supposed to be given to you. But
Mm-hmm.
when you try to do what everybody else is doing, being a follower, what did our parents always tell us when we were coming up? Be the leader, not the follower, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But instead, we allow the internet to influence us, and now we're being led instead of us being the leader.
By the blind.
So, all right, all right,
Hey,
say
but
it.
okay, right quick. Give me the step by step plan. Young brother comes up to you, see you out there in the truck on the road. Hey man, I'm thinking about getting in trucking, man. You know what's my move? What's the step by step plan you lay out for
Okay, I got a better question. I got a better answer for you.
him?
I had a family member call me exactly today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
was saying, I just got my CDL 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, congratulations, first off. Hey, man, what trucking companies can I jump on without doing hair follicles and all that good stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
I
said, well,
already
I'm not in
fucking
the game.
I
I
already
ain't in
fucking
the
up.
game for all that, right?
I already starting out on the wrong foot.
You already, you already, you trying to jump in fast to get
Half
past
ass.
fast,
Yeah. You half
and
ass
then
being
not
already.
what you
Yeah.
gotta get right. But I said, okay, well, let's slow down. Let's put this in perspective. I said, what is your plan for the trucking? What are you trying to do? Oh, I'm just trying to get on and get my experience. The experience is not the problem of you getting on to get the experience because
Mm-hmm.
they're thirsty for a driver, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my point was to him, and I said, well, let's start here. Do you want to do reefer? Do you want to do drive-in? Do you want to do flatbed? Do you want to do dump truck? Do you want to do tanker? Do you want to do yard, the railroad yard stuff with your twit cart? I mean, you can jump in and get experience real fast.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ain't got no plan because you just trying to go and get a $500 check, that ain't gonna work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so many. What you're gonna do is you're gonna find yourself constantly on the train of jumping from ship to ship
Yeah. Yeah.
because you never even thought about what you need to do. I understand the money is needed, but you need to stop and take because you doing your research. Like, oh, I looked at this company now, but you looking at the research in the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, okay, so now let's put this in perspective on what I broke it down to him. I said, hey, for one, have a plan. Look at what you want to do. Now, if you want to go on the drive-in van and you ain't got no endorsements, drive-in and reefer will be your first two because you don't have any endorsements to even go over here to get the experience. So don't even
Mm-hmm.
worry about that. Let's go. So let's talk about drive-in and reefer. Oh, you want to be over the road? Okay, cool. Now you narrowing it down. He wanted to go into over the road scenario. I said, well, with you not having as much experience, I would take the two, reefer or drive in. Reefer is a lot more slower, because you got a lot more wait time, right? You got a
Hmm.
lot more layover because it's not going to be fast paced. I got a strict time to get here, get there, get unloaded, depending on where you're going, and hope to God that it's not a Dollar General or Walmart is pretty good. They about 4 hours. They ain't
Hmm.
too bad. You know, you
Hmm.
can work with them. But Dollar General just straight garbage. I would
Right.
never ask anybody to take them loans ever. Don't do it.
Right. Right.
But so he was like, man, nah, I appreciate it, Kinfo, and I'm gonna get with you because now you gave me a lot to think about. See, the
Hmm.
problem is you're looking at YouTube, and YouTube is only giving you this a small snippet, and it's always about the tire pressure, this and that, but they not really telling you about the game itself. When you go into these different distribution centers and the kind of stuff that you have to deal with in certain places, those are the things that are the headaches, bro. If you're not doing the drop and hook, if you're not in the drop and hook game, it is a headache. Real
And
talk.
truthfully, most of us not dropping hook. They get you in with that. Oh man, 95% dropping hook. Shit. You mean 95% sit and wait? Um, I,
All
I
of
would
it is.
I would say, man, if somebody came to me, asked me what they should do, I would start with
Mhm,
like, "No, buddy, I already had the CDL. Do you got the CDL?" Said, "No, I ain't got it yet." Matter of fact, my son went and did it.
mhm.
Man, you can go to truck driving school. That wouldn't be my first step. That would be my second. My first step would be get on with a company that's going to train you so you can get trained and get paid at the same time. Because if you go to school, you got to pay them. Then you get out of school, then you got to get on with a company that's still going to want to train you. So just
Well, it
cut the middle.
depends on the program. Cause see, I went through the
Checks
workforce,
the workforce, yeah.
right?
But
And
you
I
got your
got
CDL, right?
mine for free, and I wasn't obligated to pay that back
Oh
because
yeah,
they
if
were.
you go, you ain't got to pay that. Okay, that's
So it
looking out the
all
country.
depends
There you
on the
go.
program and what you if you smart enough to do your due diligence and your research to find it, right?
But once you got
And
out
you
of
can,
there,
yeah.
you still had to go to a spot that was going to train you. Whoever you got on
For
with
your
once you
experience.
got your CDL. Yeah.
Because once you get your like your training from the school,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna put you on with a company. Most
That's going to
likely,
send you over
if
the
you don't
road.
have anything that's railroading you from legal issues,
Right.
past issues, or whatever like that, you're gonna pretty much jump on right with a company that you decide, get your experience with them, and then you're gonna venture off to whatever that you feel fits you and your lifestyle, right?
Right. So
And
then
that's
once
how
you
it
get there,
normally goes.
so you're gonna go over the road for what? 6 months to a year? How long was you on the road the first time? Once you
My
got your
my
CDL,
experience, my
who's
experience was a little different.
who's the first company you got on with? Fresh out of school, out of your CDL.
Um, it was this Mexican cat that I
Oh,
ended up
okay.
jumping on like a mom and pop, you know what I'm saying,
Oh,
doing
mom and
dump
pop.
truck.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my experience it was a lot different than a lot of others because of my personal background, right?
Yeah, got you. Yeah, okay. Huh. Well, once you get your experience, then you got a little more flexibility with where you want your future to go now. Because when you first start out, you kind of got to get with whoever gonna take you, whatever fit
And that's the
best
thing.
for you.
And that's the thing. Like if you don't have anything that's limiting you uh, from a personal background or anything like that,
Hmm.
you can jump in the game and it'd be pretty much smooth selling for you just to go on and get your experience, sit back, be on the Cadillac ride, uh, you know, go and use the ELD and do what you got to do and let them
Hmm.
sing you the lows and go where they tell you to go, not thinking about
Hmm.
nothing.
And don't no
And that,
overhead, no stress. That's a
no
company
stress or nothing.
driver. Yeah.
But it's a pro and a cons in it because you're
Mm.
really not learning much from
On
that
the
other than
business side,
just the driving skill.
yeah, you're not learning the business side of it.
Exactly. All you know is how to get from point A to Z. That's all you know. Pick up this load. Here's the pickup number,
Hmm.
and draw the truck straight, and do your backing that you learned. That's pretty much all you're doing in the bare minimum.
Hmm.
That's the only thing that's the downfall because it really hinders you from really wanting to. Some people, once they get comfortable and they understand that, they don't want to know nothing else outside that. And it
Hmm.
hinders them if they decide to ever move because it's hard for them to outgrow what they're inside this little bubble.
Well, these new cats are hindered anyway because they fresh out of school and they getting these trucks that are automatics and they got restrictions on their license. So after they get with this company, they might got 2 years experience, and you find a good company. You like, oh, I found another company, man. They pay good. I got my
Mm.
experience. I'm gonna go over here, go over there, and find out they got standard. They got sticks, 10 speeds, 13 speeds. You ain't never learned how to drive one because you went to school and they put you in the automatic, and you got 2 years experience and can't even drive a stick. So
Well, that's the thing. Hold on. Let me. Like when you go to school, they act it's mandatory that they're teaching you the manual.
yeah,
Now, um, Warner, I don't think they teach you Warner. If you go like the Warner school, like the
uh-huh.
trucking school, Warner, I don't think they teach you manual at all. They just straight automatic because that's all they run, right?
Now that's something I didn't know, and so
Snyder, like the big companies.
they might be doing some. They gonna do what they got to do to get you in and out of there. Because I told you my son just got his, and
Mm.
he, he out of school. All he did was automatic. They never put him in a stick. He told me he said they had a stick, but it was in the shop the whole time he was in class. I
But
said I ain't
then
never heard.
again, we've been in the game some years now, right?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't no
Uh,
bus stick.
it was straight manual. It wasn't even talked about having restrictions on your license at the time we was doing what
Hmm.
we were doing. So
I still ain't never
fast
drove
forward.
automatic.
Hmm?
I still ain't never drove automatic to
Oh,
this
that's
day.
great train. I love it. I ain't gonna lie to
I
you. I love
heard.
it.
I heard. If I get another one,
Good on
it's
the
gonna have
knees
to be
and good
automatic.
on the knees.
Good on the knee. Hey, man, especially in that slow traffic. You hear me?
Hey, good on the knees. I ain't gonna lie to you. When you've been doing it for a long time, man, that ankle on the knees, man, you be like, hey, man, I sure appreciate you pushing the pedal like I'm in the car,
Man, real
and that's
talk.
all they trying to make it like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Shit.
I run with it.
So we're gonna wrap it up with company driver or owner operator. Which side you on?
It
If you could
depends
only
on
pick
your life.
if you could only pick one, like company driver or owner operator today.
It depends on your lifestyle.
And I know
For
it
me
depends
right
on
now,
it depends on the bag too. It depends on where you're getting paid at.
what?
I said it depends on the bag, like where you're getting paid, like where you gonna make the most money. But
No,
you,
not even that. No, it depends on the lifestyle that you want. For
hmm
me, um,
hmm
as an individual, for me, company,
hmm
right? Home farm.
hmm
Um, if I didn't have kids and I just had my wife and she could ride out with me and we can work, she can work from over the road or something like that, I
go
would be
owner
over the
operator.
road. I,
Okay.
I didn't mind it. So I would,
Hmm.
you know, run my stuff because I didn't have a high expectation of overhead. But when you have kids that want to see daddy, want to be
Hmm.
around daddy, and you in this game, sometimes, hey, where I'm at right now, I'm on the gravy train. I'm good
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
So it's really it's not a closed in answer. It's more of what your lifestyle require of you.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's my answer. What's your lifestyle require of you?
Yeah. Well, you can still be an owner operator and not have to be over the road, but um, I'll
That's because you
say,
got something paid off.
yeah. Look,
Because
you
you
ain't
can't
lying.
tell me that if you had a
No.
truck that you paying a monthly bill
Mm,
for, you can be local and it's gonna work for you.
mm.
I can't see it. Not off the
See,
low board.
gonna be scraping the pot.
Not off the
But
low board, I can't see it.
but yeah, I might have to agree with that statement because honestly, from the owner operator side, I definitely say I could see the pros of company driver because being an owner operator is a whole lot of headache,
Excuse me.
whole lot of headache come with it that I know I wouldn't have to deal with if I was just riding, and let somebody else run the show and like, hey man, shit, where I need to go, where I need to be. So,
Like I
anyways,
said,
man,
it's
shit.
been gravy for me, so I can't complain as far as. But this is a lifestyle that that works for me right now, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why I tell people: if you come in here, I'm gonna end it with this, and I'm gonna let you do your closing statement. Like that's why I tell people: find something that works for you with a plan, because
Mm-hmm.
owner operator may work better for you because you are good at dealing with your own finances. You good at
Mm-hmm.
budgeting. You good at
Mm-hmm.
handling all these things up here, right?
Right, right, right.
And you got your stuff paid off. Now you ain't got nothing paid off. You got kids. You adding a truck note. You adding this with a house note, and then you get a breakdown. All those things add up. If you're not prepared for that, and your lifestyle is not where you need it to be there. Now
Mm-hmm.
you need to be on the company side right now until you can get the finances.
Yeah, that's everybody. Like I said, that need to be the starting because you need to learn the game and you can
Mm.
learn the business as you go. But definitely don't just jump out. Not right now. Not in 2024. Don't
Oh
just
no no
jump.
no no no.
What I seen,
Mm.
I don't know his name, but old buddy, he said, "Boy, if you take your last 20,000, if you do, you're through." he was,
Hey,
hey, he wasn't lying. Hey, boy, you can't jump over no 20 bands, boy.
anybody that understands this
That shit gonna
game,
be gone. Twenty
anybody that
thousand gonna be
understands
gone.
this game
Mm-hmm.
knows all it takes is one major breakdown and it can
Mm.
ruin everything.
Everything.
You,
And when you buy them
you
trucks,
cannot make. Go ahead.
when you buy them trucks, get that warranty, get that motor, and get that rear, get that warranty. Go on and pay that extra to get that extended coverage, cause hey, shit does happen, especially if you're buying a used truck.
People, when you go to these companies and you try to buy a truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
They always say, "Do you got $10,000 in expense
Mm-hmm.
saved up on top of the 20,000 that you're doing?"
Shit, I was gonna say that was in 2020, ten
This,
thousand.
this, this,
Yeah.
this, but this is just a small piece, just to give people to understand, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One breakdown can cost you almost $10,000 because you already spending from the record to come move your truck almost $2,000 to $3,000 just to get it
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
the shop. That's not including the downtime that you had to have for a week or two because they couldn't get to you because they didn't have the part.
Or they didn't have, or they had a backup. Couldn't they can't even check you out for another week. We can get to it. You don't broke down on a Wednesday. We're gonna try to get to it Friday, and they don't get to it Friday. That's gonna put you back to Monday, and then they get
See,
to it
the
to
thing is,
Wednesday again.
they'll get to you. They'll see what's wrong with it, see if it's a quick fix. They'll
Mm-hmm.
look at it and tell you like, "Oh yeah, this ain't gonna be able to be no fast fix because we gotta go and order this part and this part gotta come in, and we
From
got
Cali.
fleet, we got fleet trucks that's above you. They got priority, so we gotta work on these and then work you in.
Yeah, it's the part got to come from California. For
Wherever the part. See, the thing is, they have the part, but
mm-hmm.
their fleet contracts that they have priority over you. You're just
Mm-hmm.
one truck versus them having a fleet with a company. And then they like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we got to get them first. So we'll see you next week.
Yeah,
Just go on, sit tight.
get your hotel
Hopefully,
or something.
you at home.
Yeah, yeah, fly home.
We'll see you back in that week or so.
Fly home. But
You
yeah,
know what I'm
man.
saying? So hopefully that was informative for our peoples out here, man, and what they trying to accomplish in this game.
And stop listening to what these niggas talking about on Instagram. Cause yeah, they going I can put you in the truck today, I can yada yada yada. But you gotta understand when I put you in this truck, I'm making money off you. That's why I'm putting you in this truck.
Hmm.
I'm benefiting off you. And I'm just telling you, I want you to come out here and work for me. But instead of putting it to you that way, I'm put it to you in a way, that sound good. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but anybody you work for, they're gonna make money
Mm-hmm.
out for you. So it is what it is. But
Mm-hmm.
that's the name of the game. But shit, we about 35 half hour in on this one, man. We just want to reach out to y'all, man, for this part two. Trucking, we might do a part three. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of the above, man. Again, welcome back to the channel Ster-e-o-type. That's my boy RC, that guy. Peace.
Bitch, you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big.